Friday, the night before the first rehearsal of Junior Rising. I've just packed my car. As you can see, I did not get much sleep during the last week, trying to get the finishing touches on the script and get this into a form that we can rehearse. And the first stop tonight is the storage and pick up everything we need for the rehearsal and move all the equipment from the storage to the rehearsal location, where hopefully everybody is already waiting for me because I'm late. All right, here we go. The first rehearsal is always a very special moment for me because it's the moment of truth. After working on the script so hard, going over the lines again and again, I tend to lose any good feeling for whether what we wrote is actually any good. Is the script actually playable? Is the pacing okay? Does it actually feel entertaining? Will the actors enjoy playing it? Or is everybody just going to hate me? So this is the place where all the Eurofriends stuff is stored when we don't need it, and for every rehearsal we have to go here and pick up all the parts that make up the stage and all the props we need, and well, bring everything back on Sunday. This is Hi.
Hello.
He's the person who keeps the overview of all the boxes and what's in this.
We have a lot of props, and for the first rehearsal we take as many props as we can fit into our cars to the rehearsal location, and at the rehearsal location we sort the props in those that we definitely don't need this year and those that we maybe need this year. As with every storage anywhere in the world, we face the problem that we just don't know where everything is. So we have to go through everything.
Okay.
Well, those two have to go through everything. I just record them.
Nein, hier sind Koppler.
Die ist noch besser, dann nehmen wir die gleich mit.
These are basically two columns. The left column is the list of prop boxes that we need, and the right column is the list of things that we don't need.
Oh, all this stuff needs to go back in, doesn't it?
I don't remember that show.
Yeah, that's all the stuff we don't need actually for our rehearsals, but we need to find our Multum that has been fitted for our rehearsal stage, and we still need to figure out what we all need for the front of house part, so the mixing pults and all that. It's your part, so you have to figure out what we need.
That's good, because both our light and our sound guy can't make it. I'm the one to make up for it, and well, yeah, I brought the mixing desk. I'm going to bring the PC tomorrow.
How about a little tutorial about tapes? These are both made by Tisa. This one is the Tisa brand, and this one is the Kip brand. We can use this everywhere on the stage because we can remove it again without leaving any residue. And this stuff, after some time, it can't be removed anymore.
That means that stuff sucks because it doesn't stick properly, but the stage crew doesn't get angry if we use it. This is really good, but we're going to get yelled at if we glue anything down with that on stage.
Oh look, it's the author box.
Unfamous author box.
Where a dragon that we are not supposed to call a dragon was stored inside. Also, can you guys imagine? This is basically the heart of Eurofriends. of all that partying and socializing and stuff. The heart of Eurofriends.
All attendees, they're stored in the boxes. It's very fascinating. You take everything out, you take the stuff you need and put it on the trolley, and then you put everything back in and it no longer fits.
It's physics.
Physically impossible.
Oh, what is this? It's
my precious. Nobody shall have it. It's my precious. All right, we're done here. So next stop is the walkabout, our rehearsal location. See you there.
Aber der Mann, also ja, das war schon, aber der eine Mann hat
Jetzt darf ich mal Leute beim Arbeiten filmen hier. This is the Walkabout, a backstreet pool joint in a former industrial area. And this is where we have our rehearsal location, hidden away in a back room. It's a bit run down, but it's cheap and nobody cares what the hell we're doing or how much noise we make. In short, it's just perfect for us.
We've already put all the stuff inside that we've retrieved from the storage. This is our play rail. It's the same thing that we used at Euroflorence so far, but this one is going to be replaced in the... Well, it's going to be replaced soon. Wenn wir das noch einen Zentimeter zu mir schieben, dann ist es über diese... Ja, dann müsste es gehen. Hello, Luna! Lass uns den Jenga-Turm klauen. Ja. Hello, Ringo.
Es ist warm und es ist sehr, sehr schön.
Ja. Wir haben schon eine halbe Stage zusammengebaut. Wenn wir eine kleine Show spielen, reicht das.
Machen wir eine kleine Show, ja.
Also back to the roots.
Wir spielen auf der Hälfte, die fertig ist.
Das Sockel und Wackel auch.
Ja.
Da müssen 13 Puppeteers drauf. Das ist die ungefähre Anzahl. 7,5 Puppeteers pro Quadratmeter. Genau so habe ich das. So rum. Habt ihr jetzt auch mal lang Englisch? Das Problem mit Motorwaschen ist immer, dass ihr
It's magic!
Den nächsten Tisch machen wir noch hier hin und den Wünschen vielleicht noch vor. Das ist doch halbwegs kaufen.
Hey! Sich auf Abstand halten.
This is the box with the receivers for the wireless microphones.
Why do you need wireless microphones?
Ich hätte jetzt gesagt,
Because it sucks to have wires.
Mixing console is essential for everything that is being said or being played by a sound system, and it works like this. This is the normal volume. Now we are pulling down the volume until you... Perfect way to do it.
Also one of the important parts is that we also need to record the rehearsals. All the dialogue that takes place in the first rehearsal will be cut and enriched with sound effects and stuff and turned into a little radio play, and that gets sent to Fox Moore for him to compose the soundtrack too. So he has a reference because he can't be here at the rehearsal. So that's how we do it, and that's why we're already setting up microphones for the first rehearsal, even though we don't even have sound effects or anything else yet. A very nice feature of this particular mixing desk is that the monitor knobs also they also double as earplugs. If you have someone who's really, really bad, you can just do this and then everything's fine. So even if you have to mix a really, really bad gig, this has you covered.
Gerne mal, wie war das zuletzt? Eine komplette Anleitung für eine DVD-Technik.
So this is it. This is the best guarded secret on the internet. Look at this. Look at all this. And you are going to see it when it's done.
For the first rehearsal, we provide printed scripts for everyone. And these arrive as a huge stack of 1,600 sheets that the actors can then take and make their own working copy from, put their name on it and staple them together scene by scene. Okay, most of the setup is done for tonight. It's about 1 a.m. and we're going to call it a night. So we can be here tomorrow at 10 and start reading the script. We'll see how that goes. Alright, today's the day of truth. It's Saturday morning before the first rehearsal. It's already around 25 degrees outside. It's going to be really hot and humid. And we're going to do our best to survive this.
We are sitting in a sauna. It's sunny. It's very friendly weather. We are sitting in a car. The car is off. All windows are closed.
And my AC is broken. Let's go for it!
Hello, who are you? Hello.
Jetzt gerade hier, wie war das Datenschutzgesetz, Dings da Bums da?
Bist du eigentlich? Tut mir leid.
Bist jetzt
Hello.
What is that person doing?
Ich hab Räucherstäbchen dabei, ja. Obwohl ich voll am Start bin.
Wollen wir die Tür freilassen, wenn der Hals der Ziehen können? Nicht, dass die jetzt hier alle... Hallo.
So, nicht vergessen, auf die Skripte eure Namen zu schreiben. Auf jedes Kapitel den Namen, wo es geheftet ist, sonst finden wir den nachher nicht mehr raus. Okay. Die ganze Geschichte dreht sich, also ne, wer es noch nicht weiß, es geht um Weltraum. Wir haben einen Frachterpiloten, wir haben eine Reporterin, und die beiden geraten zusammen in so eine Art so einen Gefangenentransporter, weil sie beide einer Sache beschuldigt worden sind, die es eben die dazu führt, dass sie zu einem Gefangenenlager transportiert werden sollen, auf einen anderen Asteroiden, weg von der Erde. Das ist mal wichtig, dass auf der Erde alles schön sauber ist und alle Gefangenen werden irgendwo anders hin verschifft. Und da landen sie jetzt. So, jetzt müssen wir erstmal die Hauptcharaktere verteilen. Das ist einmal Soren Jax, das ist der Pilot. Das ist Lyra Sennick, das ist die Journalistin. Das ist Sina Stillwater, wie ich gesagt habe, die Anführerin der Pioneers. Das ist Trent Binkin und das ist Link Cabanchi, der Schrauber. So, die Idee war jetzt, dass zum Beispiel für Pan Lyra interessant wäre, die Journalistin spielt. Pani kann die Sina Stillwater übernehmen. Soren Jax würde ich gerne übernehmen, den Piloten. So, dann gibt es noch einige mehr Sprechrollen, die haben wir Cheyenne und Curry, wer noch sonst Sprechrollen machen möchte, sehen wir dann.
Before we try to play the show for the very first time, we read through the entire script with all the actors and most of the staff present. Icefox gives short explanations of the situation a scene takes place in and how we imagine certain actions to be performed. And for me, this is the first time I hear someone else's interpretation of the dialogue. And I'm already making notes whenever I feel lines need to be changed or even deleted altogether.
So, wir haben da jetzt die Brücke. Da sieht man halt ein paar Monitore, in der Mitte diesen Captain's Chair und ein paar Konsolen, wo Tastaturen und so für sowas dran sind. Und im Backdrop ist eine Tür, die jetzt aufgeht.
So there, this is the bridge of the ship. Happy now?
Wir haben übrigens alle Helme auf. Hell yeah, let's see what we got here. Rüber zum nächsten Terminal. This ship is a SpaceX Rhino Revision 4. Main reactors off, critical systems are on backup power, no sign of an emergency.
Can we turn it back on?
No, controls are locked.
Computer, this is the captain speaking. Unlock the controls.
After the read-through, we are ready to play the show. Only we're not. The script contains some rough directions, but how the scene is really staged and how it's played still needs to be figured out. So the most important function of the rehearsal is not only to practice the lines, but to develop the show from the ground up. This means there is still a great deal of improvisation going on, and setting up a single scene with all its actors, stagehands and stand-in props can take several hours. That in turn means the most needed talent of a puppeteer is patience. Es gibt ohne Koffein, mit Koffein.
Irgendwie müssen wir überleben.
Wir würden gerne uns einmal nochmal erklären lassen, wo jetzt die tatsächlichen Dinge hier konkret auf der Bühne sind. Das heißt, wir haben 4 Cryopods. Ich glaube, die sind auf der zweiten Playbill, also hier vorne irgendwie, wahrscheinlich gleichmäßig verteilt.
2, 3, 5 und 7.
Mehr Props haben wir prinzipiell nicht, bis auf unten drunter dann Helme, die halt hochgeholt werden. Puppen, ich bräuchte eine Person, die den toten Vogel händelt. Dann bitte ich die Leute, Pan, Eisfuchs, Curry und entsprechende Hände, mir ein Zeichen zu geben, dass ihr bereit seid.
Ja, so bereit wie man sein kann.
Ja, alles klar.
No quotes? How about you?
Well, I used to work for ComNet News until someone decided I was sticking my nose into matters I was not supposed to.
Ah, I see. Government stuff.
You bet. Large-scale corruption. UN officials in bed with the Extraplanetary Resources Group.
Yeah, sure.
I broke into the CEO's ComNet account to get the proof. Unfortunately, a co-worker turned out to be on their payroll. He turned me in, and that's how I got here.
Huh, nice. So, who is the outlaw now?
What does that mean?
It means someone's coming in.
What? You're alive?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Das sieht irgendwie gerade hochschwanger aus. Wir entbinden, siehst du das nicht? Ich kann den Kopf spüren.
Alles klar, Bühne ready?
Auch ready.
Ich weiß.
Alles klar, dann go!
Hat Sina ihr Tablet?
Tut so, als ob sie es hat.
Lyra, aber ja.
Nein, Sina muss die Tablet haben.
Wer ist dann noch in der Tablet, wenn das braucht?
Fucking idiot.
Okay.
And that's how I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb.
Oh, what an idiot indeed.
To the bomb. Cheers.
Wait a minute,
Cheers.
can you start over?
No.
Why not? Okay, nochmal.
Schon Kaffee.
Füße hier.
Hallo Bruno.
Geiles schwarzes Feld.
Sehr schön, danke für diese Freiwilligmeldung.
Every few months, some idiots think just because we're not under Earth law, they can raid us just like the local 7-Eleven. We are well prepared for that.
What the hell is going on down there?
Some unregistered ship getting too close.
Until the update is complete, we are deaf, blind, and completely defenseless up here.
How far are we?
20%.
Whoa!
Well, yeah, it was an exhausting day, it was a long day, but it was worth it. This was the first rehearsal day we had for this show, and I think it is coming along pretty nicely, but as you can see, we are all pretty dead now. Well, anyway, I guess this is all for tonight, and more from tomorrow. See you then.
Good morning. It's Sunday on the first rehearsal. Yesterday was really successful, but also really exhausting. And we're loading the car, going back to the rehearsal location. We still have 4 more scenes to do. And I'm sitting in the car waiting for everyone to come downstairs so we can get some breakfast. Yeah, I could have done with at least another 5 hours of sleep. But yeah, there's nothing caffeine can fix. So let's see how this turns out.
The last day of the rehearsal is usually used to wrap up the scenes that didn't get finished the day before, voice recordings, trying out new special effects, and then finally to tear everything down and bring everything back to storage. But guess what happens just before loadout every freaking time?
It's been so hot all weekend, and now finally it's raining.
A big pile of dead bodies.
Mr. Chairman, what is the special effect?
Alter! Ist das, weil ich das zu weit rein? Ja.
Well, it worked more than 15 years for us, but it's time to let go. The final deconstruction of our play rail. The soul that's left. And the rest now goes to the trash.
So, rehearsal is finished. Everybody's really tired. We've just unloaded the cars and are currently putting everything back into storage. And then we can finally call it a day. That was good, but boy am I tired.
Du hättest das Skateboard nehmen können.
Jeder, der nicht mitsingen kann, ist nicht ist. Keine 10 Jahre lang. Danke, ich weiß nicht, wer der kann. Ich glaube, der war gut, aber ich finde das Tobi Kunde. Keine Ahnung, warum.
Ich will doch keinen. Dann nehme ich das.
Ich werde auf jeden Fall nachher noch einen bestellen.
Das war genau das, was ich eben jetzt gebraucht habe. Es ist kalt, es ist zu 40 Grad.